Okay, this question is telling us that they want to know what the graph would look like if I had the linear absolute value of x plus 4 and then a minus 3. So similar to the question I just answered, if you had just seen the video that I did post right before this one, graphing, this is the y-intercept right here. So in this case, we've got the -3, it's my y-intercept here. And then what we have here is something a little bit different. So unlike situations where we have parentheses in an equation, we have a linear absolute value. This is kind of like the same thing as the parentheses. This is a movement, this is a translation that moves left and right. Now, if you've seen any of the translation videos prior to this, I've got a whole bunch of them. The +4 is actually, it's kind of opposite of what you think it is. So normally you would think on a number line you'd move to the right when you're going to 4, but reality is this is actually going to move my graph left 4 spaces. And again, the reason for this is the equation for these, the original equations for these would be the x minus c is what it looks like. So if I'm moving left, then that would be moving it 4 spots. So it's always x minus. And then if I plug in a -4, which would be moving it left 4 spaces, negative is a positive, which is why that has that plus there. So that's the whole reasoning behind why this is kind of the opposite. It's not the opposite with the translation up and down. It's only when we're doing left and right. Horizontal translations are the only ones that it affects like that. So our original equation would be a linear absolute value graph that would go like this. I'm going to just kind of slightly sketch it so you can kind of see what it should look like as a basic function. Will be the parent function of it. So it would look like that. It would have a line, a slope of 1, and then a slope of -1. The vertex would be here in the center. So that's what it would look like. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this down 3 spots. So I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3. There's my new vertex right there. And we're going to move it over now. Now that I've moved it down, that's my first translation, is to move it down to here. And then from here, I'm going to move it left 4. So I'm going to now go 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to be my final vertex. So this one we're just going to take out now. Okay, so this is my new vertex. And then I would just, again, it's going to go up like that. Again, if I was to sketch this, this is what it would be looking like. And then I would just do the same thing here. And it would look like that. So again, there's the original right there. That's what it would look like at the start. And it's moved down this way. Now, if I'm not sure whether or not I've done this correctly, I can go on to Desmos. So here's Desmos. Love Desmos. Love any graphing calculator because it always helps confirm what I already know to be true. So y equals the absolute value of x plus 4 minus 3 would look like that. So that's my graph, as you can see where the vertex is. I could find my cursor here. My vertex here is at -4 and -3, which, as you already saw over here, there it is, -4, and then it's down 3 spots. So we can see that we have this exact same graph going up. Slope was 1 on this side, slope on this side is a -1. So we got our correct answer.